You know, it has been the talk of the day. The fight that broke out at the end of last night's NFL game between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, take a look at this like you haven't seen it. I mean, all day long. Cleveland defensive end Myles Garrett tore off quarterback Mason Rudolph's helmet and then hit him on the head with it. And this all started after Garrett sacked Rudolph. And after the hit, Steeler Maurice Pouncey defended Rudolph. He was kicking and punching Garrett. And then shortly afterward, players from both teams ran toward the scene. So we want to hear from local parents attending a football game of their own, watching their own sons play tonight. So we stopped by this game tonight.
It's lousy. Because if these kids do it out here, I mean, they jump and they get on them bad. And they're thinking, well, these pros can do it, and they're making $1 million a game.
Swings it and hits.
You know, everybody was ejected from this game, and some were suspended. And also, we understand now that Garrett's has been suspended indefinitely, right? Maurice is a 3-game suspension. And Kelly, Maurice has been offered a job as a bouncer at Permane Brothers up in Pittsburgh, and both teams have been fined $250,000, and more players could be disciplined in the upcoming days for leaving the bench. Cleveland ended up winning the game 21-7.
All right, Mason Rudolph, the quarterback, says he will not pursue legal charges and has not been suspended by the league. So what we did tonight was we posted a poll on Facebook basically asking people if the league handed down fair punishments for everyone involved. On Twitter, so far, 65% of you said no. On our Facebook poll, the poll is much closer right now. 54% say the punishment was not fair for everyone involved. Some people even left comments saying that Garrett took it too far. Others said Rudolph should be suspended as well. We want to hear from you because this is what everybody's been talking about today. Just log on to Twitter and Facebook and you get a chance there to weigh right in.
Every week, the Ravens seem to be breaking a new record. Take a look at this. Lamar Jackson, the first quarterback in NFL history to rush for at least 60 yards in 7 consecutive games. And with his 4 touchdown passes, he's the only quarterback in Ravens single-season history to throw at least 4 touchdown passes in multiple games. And yesterday, the Ravens defense finished with a season-high 7 sacks. They had 5 sacks in just the first half. That ties for the second most in the first half in franchise history. And tight end Mark Andrews having a standout season. With his touchdown yesterday, he is 1 touchdown away from tying the franchise's record for most single-season touchdowns by a tight end, which is shared by Dennis Pitta and Todd Heap.
All right, the Ravens are riding high following 2 huge wins and back-to-back record-breaking performances so far this month.
And now they're going to head to the West Coast. They'll be playing the Los Angeles Rams out there on Monday Night Football. And next week, cornerback Marcus Peters faces his former team after 4 weeks after being traded to Baltimore. And the Rams have since acquired one of the league's top cornerbacks, Jalen Ramsey, and since those transactions, the Ravens lead the league in defensive efficiency, with the Rams right behind them in second place.
Yeah, he's brought a lot to our defense, you know, bringing turnovers, and that's what he did in the other places that he was. But now he's here doing it for us and scoring, so we love it.
Now, there is a big Ravens club out there in L.A., and they're all going to show up. I mean, this is crazy out there. Monday night's game kicks off at 8:15 on ESPN, and then the Ravens have to scoot back here because they play the 49ers at M&T Bank Stadium on December the 1st at 1 o'clock.
Tonight, the NFL will release the 2019 schedule. We already know what teams the Ravens will face this year. We just don't know when. Now, with an already eventful offseason, 2019 will surely make for some interesting matchups for Baltimore. Here's a look at the team home opponents. There's the usual division games against the Steelers, Bengals, and Browns, home and away. And the Ravens split all 3 series in 2018, winning 3 out of those 6 games. Fans should also be eyeing both matchups against Cleveland in 2019. The team is building on a successful 2018 campaign, finishing the season 7-8-1 after winning only 4 games in the last 3 seasons combined. Now, the combination of Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham Jr. against the Ravens defense should be some pretty darn good football. Other home games to look out for include homecomings for C.J. Mosley and Terrell Suggs when the Jets and Cardinals come to town. Scheduled leaks have the Ravens hosting the New York Jets on December 12th, Thursday night, and New England on November 3rd, which is a Sunday night game. And as for the away games, Earl Thomas will return to Seattle as a different type of bird. The safety spent the first 9 years of his career with the Seahawks. The game will also feature a battle of dual threat quarterbacks in Lamar Jackson and Seattle's Russell Wilson. The Ravens will also return to Kansas City in 2019. The team faced Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' high-powered offense in Week 14, losing in overtime 27-24. And with the Orioles playing in Baltimore on the first Sunday of the NFL season, the Ravens will reportedly open the season down in Miami. Again, the 2019 schedule will be released at 8 o'clock tonight. Single-game tickets to all home games will go on sale as soon as that schedule is released. The Ravens are heading into this week championship game ready. Everything is on the line, and the team is in control of their fate. They could clinch the division and a home playoff game with a win this Sunday against the Cleveland Browns. The Ravens were in a similar situation last year. That time didn't end in their favor. Head coach John Harbaugh says the players that weren't here last year won't understand it until they actually get to experience the game, but it certainly drives the players that experienced it last year.
It's an experience that, like any experience, you want to learn from those experiences. And when you have a gut-wrenching experience, a tough one, like we had the last 2 years, you take those with you, and it makes you stronger. It forges you as a person, as a competitor. So that's what I expect.
Here's a look at the possible scenarios for the Ravens. They could clinch the division with a W or a Steelers loss. They would finish the season with a number 4 seed and a home playoff game, the first since 2012. They could even clinch a first-round bye with a win, a Patriots loss, and a Texans loss. And if the Colts-Titans game doesn't end in a tie, there's a lot more moving parts, but the bottom line is Sunday is a must-win game for the Ravens. If you want to head to that potential playoff game, tickets will go on sale this Wednesday at 11 o'clock in the morning. They can also be purchased online at Ticketmaster.com or by calling 410-547-SEAT. If the Ravens end up not hosting a home playoff game, payments will be refunded. It's a good day to be a Ravens fan. The Ravens are at the top of the division and could capture its first AFC North title since their 2012 Super Bowl season, thanks to an upset win in L.A. and a Steelers loss to the Saints today. The team now sits at the top of the AFC North and has one win from its first home playoff game since 2012. The team will face the Browns next week at M&T Bank Stadium. That game has been moved from 1 o'clock to 4:25. Now, both teams are on their own comeback wave, both winning 5 of their last 6, and the Browns coming off a 3-game win streak. The two teams met in Week 5. The Ravens lost that game 12-9. Now, here is a look at the current playoff picture in the AFC. With the number 4 seed, the Ravens would host the Chargers. Baltimore can even jump to the number 2 seed with a win, losses from the Texans and Patriots, and a win from either the Colts or the Titans. Now, a loss to the Browns, a Steelers win, and a Texans loss could actually put the Ravens out. So still some work to get done there.
All right, it's a victory Monday for the Ravens, but hey, the work doesn't end after they walked off the field.
Yeah, although the players had off today, no, they didn't. They were out in our community like they always are, making a difference. And this morning, cornerback Brandon Carr gave 8 women with breast cancer a day of pampering. They stopped by the Under Armour Performance Center for a full makeover and custom wig. Carr's mom, Kathy, died in 2014 following a long battle with breast cancer. And since then, he's made it a mission to support other women also fighting the disease. And today, his goal was to help the women restore some of their hope, confidence, and self-esteem.
I understand that these women are fighting. They're giving it their all. They're getting drained each and every week with the treatments and chemo and things. And just a day of pampering to remind them that they are beautiful, to let them know that they have people in their corner supporting them as well, fighting with them, praying for them.
That's classy.
Who doesn't want him on your team?
No kidding.
Brandon recently teamed up with the National Breast Cancer Foundation and Bundles Luxury Hair to provide full makeovers and custom wig installations for women undergoing chemotherapy. And she is really having a good time, isn't she?
She is, wearing that pink robe.
He'll be giving out makeovers and custom wigs to women in Dallas and his hometown, Flint, in the future. In a few weeks, Ravens and football fans will be tuning in to Dancing with the Stars to see Ray Lewis and do his dance. Look at this. ABC announced last week that the Hall of Famer would be joining the season cast of the 28th season. He'll be among 11 other celebrity contestants. There's Meredith right there. They're going to be looking to take home the coveted Mirror Ball trophy. Today, he held a ribbon-cutting ceremony during the opening of his new restaurant in Little Italy. He says he was a little late because he was practicing the cha-cha with his partner, Cheryl Burke. And now that he had time to rest, he says he's ready to compete.
now that I'm fully healthy, I love the challenge. You know, like I love the challenge of learning different dances, and I want to learn how to salsa. I want to learn how to cha-cha and jive and all those different things. So I think it's going to be an incredible experience.
He's with Cheryl Burke. You better put money on this right now. Ray says they may end with the squirrel dance every time. And he got some pointers from Emmitt Smith, who won the 3rd season of Dancing with the Stars, and season 7 runner-up Warren Sapp. And you'll remember Ravens receiver and return specialist Jacoby Jones competed on season 16 of the show just after winning the Super Bowl with the Ravens. He finished up in 3rd place.
The Ravens and Make-A-Wish Mid-Atlantic recently teamed up to bring some joy to a local wish kid.
16-year-old Frankie here is currently battling brain cancer, but his wish was to be a Baltimore Raven. So last Friday, he signed a 1-day tryout contract to join the team. He got his own locker, his pads, cleats, helmet, and then Frankie hit the practice field where he lined up with the offense and threw a TD pass to tight end Mark Andrews.
You know what it means to be a Raven, right? And there's a lot of people out there that love the Ravens and are part of the Ravens. Frankie's one of them, and we're proud to have you as part of the Ravens, right?
Nice.
That's great. This past Sunday, here comes Frankie coming through the tunnel at M&T Bank Stadium as an honorary Raven ahead of the Raiders game. Isn't that great?
Congrats to Frankie. And coming off that big win yesterday in Pittsburgh, Ravens kicker Justin Tucker visited the Baltimore School for the Arts today for a tour to listen to students perform and to present school with a gift. Tucker can sing opera in 7 different languages, including French, German, Italian, and Russian. Last year, he performed Ave Maria on Most Valuable Performer, winning the online fan vote and $50,000 that he donated to the school's Twigs program. And today he presented that check to the school.
Fine arts is something that has helped me, both on and off the football field. I can't say enough about what the school represents and the opportunities that they give a bunch of young people. It's really cool.
What a class act, huh?
Yes, he is.
BSA's Twig program provides free classes to Baltimore City school children with exceptional potential in the arts, but may not actually have access to the arts training. And this afternoon, there was a pep rally in Towson at the historic courthouse. Tons of fans showed up in their purple gear. The Ravens cheerleaders there, once again with Poe, they were busy today. Councilman Julian Jones said he reached out to Ray Lewis, and this was his message to the fans. Take a look. I think Ray would like that. Uh-oh. Tonight, Ravens fans can join Ravens players, cheerleaders, Poe, and alumni players for Miller Lite bar specials and ticket giveaways at Miller Lite's Bar 75 at M&T Bank Stadium.